Hey film fans, my name is David. This is Film Collector Archive, and today we are talking Vinegar Syndrome. I'm always happy to bring more Vinegar Syndrome titles into the collection and also their partner labels. Here we actually have just a very small haul, so this video will not be long whatsoever, but I just wanted to show a couple of their newer releases, one of which I know unfortunately did just go out of print, at least the slipcover edition. I think there are still some standard edition copies remaining, so if you're interested, at least in the standard edition, that I would advise jumping on that sooner rather than later. But just a really quick show and tell here today. This isn't going to be an unboxing video, just wanted to showcase a couple of the titles I was excited to bring into the collection. So we'll make this one again really fast here. But first up, this is the from the Vinegar Syndrome Labs sub label. I love the direction that Vinegar Syndrome has gone with this particular sub label of theirs, because they're looking at kind of some of the more obscure classic Hollywood titles. I know the titles they've announced and released thus far are ones that I've never had the chance to watch, and so it's kind of shining a light on maybe a little bit of a darker corner of the classic Hollywood scene, and I'm always happy to see more of those films. So what do we have here? We have a Universal film here called The Cat Creeps, with a very nice slipcover edition here, and if you are familiar at all with Vinegar Syndrome, you know that their slipcovers are always very, very high quality. We actually have a nice, so there's a spot gloss on the cat. I think that's coming across pretty well there on camera. And then across the title here as well. And then you have this matte kind of finish on the backdrop image there. And then on the back here, you have the spot gloss on the cat's eyes. In its eyes, a murderer's secret. And then the matte finish. And then here you actually have embossed spot gloss on the title there. And then same thing over here. And then you have the Universal logo. Obviously, this was licensed from Universal. And then on the inside here, same cover. But there, if you want to pause, you can and take a look at the contents there. But looks like we do get a newly scanned and restored in 2K from its original 35mm dupe negative. Excuse me. And then we have a brand new commentary track with film historians, authors Kevin Lyons and Jonathan Rigby. Jonathan Rigby is one of my favorite voices in cinema history. Just his, he has a very large presence in the Indicator releases. He's also got some great books, one of which I recently purchased on the American Gothic films. His Gothic series ran for 3 books, if I remember right. American, British, and Euro Gothic. So I definitely plan on picking up that full series. But if you've never listened to Jonathan Rigby talk about film, you are definitely missing out. So really happy that there's a Jonathan Rigby commentary track here. We get Feline Frights. Author and critic Kim Newman, another wonderful voice in film, discusses cats and classic horror. And then there's inside sleeve artwork and, of course, English subtitles here. And this is a very short runtime of 58 minutes with a release year of 1946. No booklet or anything like that. And that's one thing with Vinegar Syndrome. They are a lot more scarce in terms of the booklets. That's maybe one, I don't know if I'll call it a criticism, but just one thing with Vinegar Syndrome that I do wish was a little bit more present were the booklets, because that's just an aspect for me that I always really, really enjoy. Anyways, The Cat Creeps. Very excited about this one. And the second and last title I have here to show off to you today is a double feature. This slipcover edition is out of print, but this is the first VHS and Cassettes Go Hi-Fi. I just want to show you this. So I love this cover here. Obviously, we have some of the video store type stickers, you know, Warren stickers on here, so that's really cool. And then you get the cassette tape there. So very, very cool slipcover. And then there's the, if we can get that to, don't know if we're going to get that to focus. Sorry about that, guys. So there's that side. So you get the cassette and then the kind of VHS. Nope. Is that maybe? Nope. That's even worse. Yeah, so this double-sided slipcover is really great. This is from ETR Media, which is a partner label with Vinegar Syndrome. And then so now this is the standard edition, so it's just without the slipcover. So you get kind of a split cover here showing both documentaries. And these are documentaries essentially, and just looking at the back here, so the only special feature we get here is 25 to 30 minutes of associated trailer, commercials, and promotional videos, and then just a brief synopsis on the two documentaries. I could see these documentaries not, now I should say I've seen of these two, I've seen about half of, or maybe a third of the first VCR, and it was more I was just sampling it to see if I wanted to purchase this before it went out of print. And I was really weirdly, kind of strangely mesmerized by the voiceover in the documentary. I found it very informative. I think I saw a comment somewhere, maybe on LETTERBOXD, someone kind of comparing it to like a documentary or a video that you would have watched in school growing up. And it does kind of have that feel to it, but it's strangely mesmerizing. The voice had me, you know, kind of in the zone while I was watching this this particular documentary. But I could see this maybe not being for everyone. Maybe it's a little bit on the dry side, and I would expect that Cassettes Go Hi-Fi to be similar to that. But if you want a good informative documentary, you know, this I think is a good bet. So the run times respectively here are 41 minutes and 61 minutes. So nothing you know, long at all here in terms of runtime. And then again, you know, really slim on the special features with the 25 to 30 minutes of trailers, commercials, and promo videos. So but if you like documentaries like I do, this is definitely something worth checking out, even if it is just the standard edition. Of course, it's what's on the discs here that matters most. There's the spine there, and yeah, so that's two slipcover editions here that I picked up from Vinegar Syndrome, and if you're sleeping on the partner labels, definitely go take a look at the partner labels catalog. There's a lot of great stuff in there. There's some great announcements that have been made. And yeah, and then Vinegar Syndrome, really excited to see. I think they said that their first Vinegar Syndrome Labs release will be announced. Now I know at time of filming this video, the halfway to Black Friday sale is coming up here in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So depending on when this video actually goes live, it might already be up. But yeah, I believe we're going to be getting a VSL box set. Very excited to see what they announce there. I think that's going to be, I'm going to be for sure picking that one up based on the other titles that they have released. But excited to see what that is. And then, you know, all of the other announcements they'll be making, and then, you know, what the new partner label releases are each month is always an exciting time. So definitely, if you haven't dipped your toe into the Vinegar Syndrome site, I certainly think it's worth your time. I know a lot of people in the community that would agree as well, but definitely make that decision for yourself. But go over to their site and see if there's anything that's of interest to you. Let me know down in the comments if you have seen any of these films, any of the 2 documentaries, or the 1940s film here, The Cat Creeps. Definitely looking forward to finishing watching the first VCR, watching Cassettes Go Hi-Fi, and then of course watching The Cat Creeps. The backlog is getting a little bit smaller these days, but I definitely have a large stack of films still to get through in my collection. But that's part of the fun, is having so many wonderful films to discover and to watch for the first time. Now, in closing here, if you are new to this channel and you like talking film and film collecting, watching unboxing videos, I have a new discussion series called In Discussion that I will be filming new episodes for here, hopefully very soon. If you're into that type of content, I do invite you to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and finally the bell icon. That will notify you when I upload new videos in the future. And until next time, I hope you're able to watch a lot of great films.